Welcome back to the channel. All right, it's time to do the Gamora Relic. And we're going to fully cover this like we have for every other relic, right? This will be part of the full relic guides. It's in a playlist on my channel. We're going to go over the whole thing because, yes, this is like basically, I think, as close to you can get as being transformative for a champion with Gamora and one other champion. But also, you want to know what this relic actually does, because you're going to have multiple versions of it, or when you pull it, maybe you don't have Gamora, or there's other champions you have ranked higher who can benefit from it. That's why we will eventually do a tier list, but it's why I'm doing a full guide on each of them. Let's go ahead and jump into this, okay? We're going to cover first what is considered like the innate ability, and then we'll go on to the signature ability. You can see the innate ability right here, right? It's this first one. Final hit grants a stoicism buff, increasing the ability to accuracy of all of other buffs by 23%. That is a really big deal, right? So right now you're already aware, like, champions who don't have a 100% chance to get their buffs. Then the awakened ability, whenever a fury or cruelty buff fails due to chance, right? So that's when it doesn't have a 100% chance. Gain 100% increased fury or cruelty ability accuracy. Hello, Gamora, right? That's what she's doing. But then here's something really important. You know, and that can max out at 20%. That's great. That's really, really good. As you can see these kind of named champions in here, and this is worded, I think it's probably tough to word it really well in such a small space, but essentially this whole flat ability accuracy, this only applies to King Groot and their Fury charges, right? It's great, it's wonderful. Trust me, this does plenty for Gamora and Hyperion. It's part of what I just showed in the Gamora is Gamora underrated video. I'll link that in the description too. But that applies to King Groot, and King Groot is a very worthy champion, right? And then we're gonna go and look at like the named targets. You can hit the little I button over there by the relic, and this gives you an idea of who like Kabam is immediately recommending for this, or maybe who they had in mind when they're making it. Gamora, Hyperion, and King Groot. Very, very good champions, all right? Now let's go ahead and just very quickly say your general targets. Who in general would I say, when you pull this relic, think about this when you go through your roster, is anyone with Fury or Cruelty buffs, okay? Anyone with Fury or Cruelty buffs can very much benefit from this relic. Now let's go ahead and look at the rune spots, right? This is my 6-star relic on my live account, or on my live Vega 583 account. Now this is that master of 83.4. This is one that I think is a really big deal. I really like this for Gamora. I showed this in pretty much every Gamora video, but definitely this is she underrated one. And it's part of what's letting you get ramped up so fast with her. Whenever one or more Fury or Cruelty buffs trigger, 9.6% chance to gain a single, almost 17% expertise buff. What's expertise buff? I had to go back in time and look at this too. It increases the potency of Fury, Cruelty, Pierce, and Precision buffs for 4 seconds. Max 5 of these. That is a lot. And this is increasing the potency of what is a ton of Fury and Cruelty buffs for Gamora, as you've seen in videos and things like that. Chance to trigger 7.5. We talked about this. Now, flat, if triggering the buff's original chance was less than 100%, which with Gamora and Hyperion, it is. Flat is huge in this game. We very rarely see flat percentage increases. There it is. That is big. That is massive. You could also choose this if you wanted, right? Fury and Cruelty buffs last 0.12 seconds for each other buff, that type. This can obviously get going, those sorts of things. But if you don't have a chance, if this is on a champion who doesn't have a chance to trigger Fury or Cruelty, right? If it's already 100%, if it's not, you go with this. If it is 100%, then you're probably going with this one, okay? Just keep that in mind. And then let's go ahead and move on to the next rune slot. Percent increase to Fury and Cruelty buff ability accuracy. So this is helping Gamora get ramped up even faster. You can see this, right? It's increasing the chance for it to happen. Then when they do happen, it's getting better. They're getting bigger. And let's go ahead and look at the other potential option. Oh, look, you could also make them more potent, but you can make anyone's Fury and Cruelty more potent, right? So that's great. And then this one, Fury and Cruelty buff duration is elongated too. So this is why, you know, your ideal champions, right, are Fury and Cruelty, chance to triggers. It's not guaranteed. It's not 100%. And then also they have a duration. It doesn't mean you can't place on champions that are outside of that, because that's the way relics often work, right? You want to figure what's best for your account, but these are your ideal targets. Now let's go ahead and talk about where I have them placed on my account, because this is why I think you really need to learn them. But you need to do what's best for your account. I have my 6-star rank, 6-star relic right here. You can see I have it at rank 2. I love relics. On my 7-star rank 2 Gamora, as I said, I've been showing that in Gamora videos. I will do the full Gamora spicy video. Now here's where this is I'm gonna veer a little bit. okay? Because the other champion that this is potentially transformative for is actually Hyperion. And I do have a 7-star rank 1 Hyperion, but he's rank 1. Okay, I don't even know if he's awakened, to be honest, but I haven't brought him up. I've had other things going on. I've had other champions asking for my cosmic rank up resources. So I actually have my 5-star relic on my 6-star rank 5 ascended cosmic ghost rider. And I know some of you are like, the Thor relic, the Thor. Well, when we cover Thor, you'll see why I don't have it on CGR. The Too Long didn't read on that one yet, especially because that video is not out at this moment, is that CGR is doing just fine on his own. And I have other champions ranked high who I use frequently, who I think are going to benefit from it much more. And honestly, does CGR need more damage? I don't know if I've ever run into a scenario where I've thought, you know what, if CGR's Fury, if his passive or whatever was just a little, like 2% stronger, we'd be fine. Remember, he's got a 100% chance to get all these things anyway. So I just, that's the way I'm working out for my account. I do think this is a great relic, but my 4-star and my 3-star are specifically reserved for utility. You know, when you end up in the scenarios where you just need a relic on a champion, you're going in, that's what these are reserved for, because I do think it's good. Your Furies and your Cruelties, right? Are there any surprise targets? Someone that I just want to mention that's not in the named or I haven't mentioned on my own account would be Deathless King Groot, right? Can benefit from this. Anyone with Fury or Cruelty, just keep that in mind. This is a good relic. And then Hyperion, I just want to remind you, because I know we've talked a lot about Gamora. She's on the screen. I've talked about Gamora videos, all that. This could be very good for Hyperion, both Hyperion and Gamora. I'm very close to using the term transformative. I'd like to hear from you on that one. And then, is it rank worthy? I think it's pretty clear from hearing me talk about it that I feel with certainty that this is ranked worthy. In fact, I ranked it to rank 2 immediately after thoroughly going through this relic to make this video. Right? I went through this. I have all my notes. I was like, I need to rank this up. I knew this was good for Gamora. I have it on my Gamora. Holy crap. I need to rank this up and get it as strong as I possibly can. And then, you know, as far as term and what this will be on the tier list, we're going to have this. Yes, it's rank worthy, but it is narrow and it is great. It is great because it is incredibly strong for these cosmic champions. Ideally, Fury and Cruelty buffs with duration, without a 100% chance to trigger, and then just anyone who has Fury or Cruelty. Don't get as much benefit, but very, very good. As usual, let me know what you think we got right. Let me know what you think we got wrong. Make sure you keep your eye out for what will be the tier list here, kind of talking about all of them in general, give an idea on rank up resources and how to use them, and then make sure you catch all of the relic guides, which will be in the playlist on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.